This is the truth window, and we keep it so that, I guess every straw bale house is supposed to have a truth window, because once the walls are closed up, it's anybody's guess what's behind it, but we can prove that there's real straw in the walls.
I guess the current term is a minimalist. I practice voluntary simplicity, and I try not to own much stuff, and if you don't own much stuff, you don't need a big house. And if you're off the grid, you don't have a lot of bills and have a lot of need to make a lot of money.
My name's Richard. I've helped Ellen with some of her energy needs in the cabin. And what we have here is just one solar panel and one battery right now, but we're going to kind of increase that with an inverter so that she can run a refrigerator, microwave, toaster, you know, those type of appliances.
It costs about $9,000 to build. And that's because I did invest well in a lot of insulation and good glass and good doors and such.
We originally had the installation of the wind turbine and the original solar panels, which are actually thin film strips on the metal barn, in 2007. And then in 2009, we added the solar panels on the workshop and a solar thermal on the other side of the house for hot water. And so we got a wind turbine and solar panels before we insulated our house, which doesn't make a lot of sense. See, that we went at it backwards. And then we realized, wait a minute, we're wasting energy. We're not going to be able to use this efficiently unless we try to get our house in order. So then we went through and insulated our house, and that cut down on our heating bill. And
bicycling on the bike paths here, if 95% of the people are bicycling just recreationally in there and they need the spandex suits and everything else to bicycle, that's nice, but what would be better is to have it just a normal way of transportation, and then you've really accomplished something. And I think a lot of cities around the country and around the world are, you know, working more towards that.
One of the things that Andrew Klein and we talked about when we were designing this house was to try to build a house that could be built for the right price point so that a lot more of the houses could be built. So for instance, it's a standard 2x6 on 24 center stud frame house, right? So it's got 6 inches of insulation in the walls with like 2 inches of foam on the exterior to give the R value. It's not designed to the passive standard, but it's built like a passive house with just a little bit less insulation.
So basically think of the entire field as a big heat exchanger, and we're circulating water through this enormous heat exchanger out here in the field. And that water is being circulated back to the central plant building, and in the summertime we're getting about 58, 60 degree water that we can use for cooling. And of course that process is reversed in the winter time. The heat pumps are reversed. We take that 60 degree water, elevate that temperature with the heat pumps so that we can, you know, properly then heat the buildings. With this, we're planning a 1 megawatt solar installation out here. Your geothermal system is completely electric, and you can directly offset your electric consumption by using a big solar array.